know what brand it is.
It's high. I think it's High Life because that's
pretty good.
It's a popular. I haven't really tried that one yet.
It's all right.
I used to hate them. I used to hate all IPAs. I'm like, oh my god, they taste like shit. And you know, when you get older, shit happens. Your fucking taste buds really fucking alter.
You know what IPA stands for? It's probably awful.
I used to say the same thing, and now I'm like, oh man, I can't drink anything but IPAs. It's fucking terrible.
Your balls fell off and your vagina grew in.
Yeah.
How's it looking? You shaving it yet?
No, I keep it fucking 70s down there.
Woolly mammoth?
Yeah, dude.
Right
That's
on.
the only way. It's got something to hold on to.
Anyway,
where were we?
Primus!
Primus.
Yes!
Oh, good.
Oh, good.
Primus is fucking rad.
You don't like Primus?
You don't like Primus?
Dean?
You gotta like Primus. Who doesn't like Primus? Come on. Innovators.
Continue.
Funny band. Funny guys.
Yeah. Without being like a joke band. They're
a
comical.
They're a joke band. I mean, they're not a joke, but they're very jokey.
They are.
Yeah.
They have a
think
sense
they're
of
great.
humor.
Yeah.
They're great. Yeah.
They don't sing about serious stuff.
But very innovative, you know? Like, before Primus, who did anything even close to that degree? Nobody.
Sailing Seas for Cheese is awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's their best
sodas.
record.
Pork sodas, I think, is a little bit
Grab
better.
yourself a can of pork soda.
Those two
Plus,
are...
Pork Soda also had some pretty badass videos. Like Mr.
Yeah.
Crinkle was fucking
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, they got the what do you call it? The videos with the clay.
Yeah, the claymation.
Yeah,
well,
claymation,
they were
Yeah.
known to do
Good
clay covers.
Like
Good stuff.
Frizzy Fry,
Frizzle Fry.
Frizzle Fry. But it wasn't that like a live, like they recorded that live or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that in the
That's
studio.
a great album.
for Tommy the Cat was totally killer with the
Sailing
animation
Seas
and
of
stuff.
Cheese.
Jerry was a race car driver.
Yep. The one where he's got
So
the big hat.
much
What
good.
song is that one?
Yeah, they all got the cowboy outfits.
Oh, is
Yeah.
that
The
what,
clay-looking-
Honest Big Beaver?
I think it is.
Is
I
it?
think it is. Yeah,
That's on
Yeah.
Tales from the Punch Bowl.
they all look like they're in clay.
They're all good.
outfits.
My mom's
Yeah.
got a big brown beaver.
Yep.
Dude,
They
when that song came out, I thought it was I was like, this is pure fucking genius.
Mm-hmm.
They're just talking about pussy the whole entire fucking time,
And they're making it sound like
and made
a
it
rodent.
sound like,
A fucking rodent.
and it made him huge.
Yeah.
That album was the album that propelled him even more. But
I mean, I don't know. That Sailing the Seas of Cheese was...
It would no that album
That's the
like people
breakthrough, I would
really
say, yeah.
really loved.
That's
them.
my favorite.
Pork Soda kind of. My Name Is
Pork Soda's
Mud
the
came
first,
out,
you
but by Winona's Big Brown Beaver, everybody knew who Primus was.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's the song with the
Yeah.
with the cow with
Yeah, with that. That's
fi-
them when they
the
looked like
5-gallon hats.
Ken. They looked like Ken.
Yeah.
With the plastic faces.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
shit like
yeah, that was super
You know what?
cool.
Yeah, it's fucking
I don't know if you
phenomenal.
guys have you guys ever really listened to it. There's a ton of mistakes, not mistakes, but happy accidents when you hear the song.
Oh yeah.
So Les's parts they're pretty perfect. They're
Yeah.
pretty spot on.
Yeah.
But like the
And
drumming,
complicated as fuck.
right? Everything's complicated. The drumming's complicated, but there's a bunch of mishits in the drumming and
Yeah.
stuff that they leave.
That's
which
cool. I like
think
that.
is awesome.
I don't like when people Pro
So
Tools the fuck out of everything.
supposedly those first 3 albums were all recorded,
Kind of live.
kind of live. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That's cool.
Very
It-
interesting.
It has. They have.
But
They
you
have that
really-
feel to them,
you
though.
Really
you
gotta,
feel it.
you really got to put on the headphones. You got to listen to it, and you'll hear there'll be like a little stick click
Yeah.
or a little extra snare.
I
hit.
love it. I
But
love
that's
that
fine.
shit.
That's fine
No,
because
I
that actually I think that adds a lot.
I think
Yeah.
it adds more, and the
They
guitar.
don't need perfection.
And the guitar is. I love how the guitar is sloppy when it needs to be sloppy. 'Cause it is, it's
Mr.
sloppy.
Larry Lalonde,
He's
Mr.
great, man.
the Possessed.
I think
Yeah, he
he's-
was in a metal band.
I think he's
And he won't. And he will
fantastic.
not sign. He is infamous for this, for not signing Possessed albums. If people bring it to him, he will not sign them. He just wants to like bury that part of his life. I'm like, why would you want to bury that? I mean, it's cool. Fucking. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
I
sure
mean-
if you brought a Blind Illusion album to fucking Les Claypool, he'd sign it. Blind Illusion was a metal
Yeah.
band he was in.
Yeah. I mean, dude, if you got fans, you got fans, right?
Yeah,
It's
you
like.
just got a fan.
I mean, I don't
Like
know.
if someone was
I think-
like, "Hey, will you sign this Junk Waffle tape?" I'd be like, "You're an idiot, but I'll sign it."
And trust me, there is nobody asking you to sign any kind of junk
Right?
waffle.
I guess, but I'm sure he
Maybe
feels that
sign
way
junk,
about
maybe
about
sign my junk. or
sign my
something,
junk
not
with
junk
your
waffle,
with
yeah.
your lips, your lips.
But I think Primus was. I don't know
No one sounds like them.
No, and the time when it came out in the early 90s, 89, 91, 92, the whole alternative scene thing going, and it wasn't really metal.
Yeah.
It was very punkish.
Kind of crossover, kind of
very
weird.
crossover.
And, like like you can't put them in a genre.
It's melodic.
You couldn't put them in a genre. They're this weird
No,
anomaly.
it was just alternative like music.
If you had to put them in a genre, it would be
The alternative.
alternative/punk music thing. It would,
Yeah.
because it's not metal. I mean, it is, but it isn't. The tempo,
It's like
melodic.
it's like a strange.
It's funk.
It's strange
It's
rock.
metal. It's rock. It's all
Just
kinds
strange
of things.
rock.
It's good. It's total.
And
Have you ever
I
seen him?
think
Have you ever seen him live?
Nope.
Oh,
I've seen him
wow,
3
I've seen him.
times.
Yeah, I've seen him 34
I
times.
saw him in Miami Beach at the Cameo Theater the first time on the Seas of Cheese tour,
That's a nice
which
place.
is fucking
That's a
amazing.
that's a killer place to see a
really
band.
good. They're
Yeah.
really
I
good.
missed the Cameo. That was a
And
nice
then
place.
I saw him at Revolution, but it was the Edge.
The Edge.
When it was the Edge.
The Edge,
And this place had balconies there on the sides. Do you remember that?
Yeah, of course. I was
They had,
just there.
they had the balconies, and me and my girl at the time, we went up to the front of the balcony, and there was another dude and his girl there, and we're like, hey, whatever. They're like, yeah, stand here. And there was some dude behind us, like the whole time, banging his head, fucking.
Oh, you felt his
banging
hair?
his head.
His hair?
His hair was like
Yeah.
whipping me in the back of the head, and I'm like, dude, like,
Why don't you tell him to go downstairs where you belong?
just wait, it gets better.
Excuse me.
So I'm like, dude, you're like hitting our girls with your friggin' hair and shit. Like, go down there or do this, whatever, man. And I'm like, this fucking guy, So he's doing it and he's whipping the other guy, and his girl was fucking banging his head. I mean, I had long hair too, but I wasn't being a dick about it. Like this guy was just being a douche. And so finally, I look at the guy and I go, and he's like, yeah. So we just kind of stepped apart and we're like, hey man, come up here. And we fucking grabbed him and threw him over the railing.
That's a long way down. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a long way down. That's
Our girl,
not that close.
our girls were like, what did you just do? I mean, he fell like 8 feet onto some people. He was fine.
I'm saying it's still pretty.
Yeah.
Did he make? Did he make like some kind of weird like improv like Star Wars? And I was like, and he fell down.
But yeah, that was fun. And then I just recently saw him in Orlando. They did the Willy Wonka thing. He did that Willy Wonka.
Oh
album.
yeah. You went to that. I remember. I was like, fuck.
Yeah,
I kind of wanted to see it, but then I was kind of like, I don't know.
It wasn't like going. It obviously wasn't like going to a Primus show, and it was
Yeah.
kind of long and drawn out, and boring. But
Yeah.
it was neat to see. But it wasn't like seeing him like on the Cheese tour.
I saw them on Tales from the Punch Bowl tour at West Palm Beach Auditorium.
Oh,
and
cool.
what's
Jehovah Dome.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Jehovah Dome. Yeah, it turned into that. And
I saw
what
Metallica
sucked
there.
about that was the fact that like they played like most of their set, but then people kept on throwing shit. And he has a thing like if you don't just don't throw
Yeah.
shit at them.
It's just rude.
Which I don't think you should ever throw anything at
No.
anybody anyway. There's another.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
A
if they
side
suck.
note.
If they suck, I'm throwing
there's
shit
a
at
there's
them,
a
bro.
side note. Like people who don't throw anything at bands, you just shouldn't do that. It's just not cool. I mean,
Yeah.
as a person who's been on stage,
I mean, unless there's a
billion
cage in
times.
front of them, then it's expected.
Yeah, there's gonna be like
Like a-
fucking
like
that
a rowdy
scene in-
biker bar.
like that fucking Roadhouse scene where the fucking what's his name?
Blues Brothers.
Yeah. So, but the best thing I've ever
Same
heard was somebody like they threw shit at them. It was L7, and if you never heard L7 before, they're fucking amazing. But she, they threw shit at her. She goes, "You do that again, motherfucker! I'm gonna fucking toss my fucking tampon at you." They fucking threw stuff at. She fucking reached in, grabbed her fucking tampon, fucking chucked that bloody fucking nugget at that guy. I was like, dude, that's a bad bitch right
Wow.
there. That's a fucking. That was awesome.
That's fucking
But
great.
lo and behold, they threw shit at Les Claypool and he goes, "You guys keep on doing it. I'm gonna walk off stage. I already got your money, and I don't give a shit." And he's like, then he did it, and he's like, "Okay, bye," and walked
Wow.
off. And I was like, "Fuck, dude, that fucking really sucks."
Did
Did he
the
come
guy-
back?
No, that was it.
Did the guy in the crowd that threw the shit get beat up?
No, I don't know.
That's gotta be-
I wish he would have.
That's got to be in his contract.
Well, I mean,
Yes.
Well, yeah, because you can't just walk off stage. I mean, even Axl Rose can't walk off stage and get paid. He don't.
well,
I know
they
he's done it. And he's not
well, look,
getting paid.
they
you
just didn't come out and do an encore.
know. an encore. Oh,
So,
well,
but but
that's
the thing,
optional.
yeah, it's optional. But they played the full show. They were just, but he was like, just don't throw shit at us. We don't want that. You know who was a big bitch about that was fucking Chris Cornell.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I remember. He's like, "Stop throwing things at us," and he sounded just like that. "Stop throwing things at me! I'll walk off stage. I don't care." And he had his fucking scarf around his fucking neck,
He
like
turned
a
into
fucking
Mickey Mouse?
Yeah, he was Mickey Mouse, and that's why I hated Soundgarden when I first saw him. I was like, "Man, they fucking bunch of pussies."
They weren't very good when
They
I.
weren't very good. The second time I saw them, they were fucking amazing.
Did you see them
Did you-
Lollapalooza?
I saw them at
They
Lollapalooza with
sucked.
Metallica.
They were bad.
They were not good, and
They
he
were
kept
not
on
good.
whining.
But it's also a problem. That lineup.
Oh, that
you
lineup was
know,
great.
The lineup was so good
We're-
that they had to suck. I mean, really,
Yeah.
you can't.
Hey, did you see the video where I forget who the singer was? It was a singer, and he was in the crowd, and someone chucked a cup, like a cup of beer, threw it at him. It was coming in, and he's just like singing. He's like, "Shoo," and he caught it, and
He drinks
fucking
it.
drinks
Yeah,
it.
he drinks it. Yeah,
You
yeah.
saw that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I did. I
That
don't
was
know who it is.
amazing.
Do you ever watch like the Pantera videos where they used to chuck the cups of beer out to the audience and they catch them and they fucking they fucking drink and they're like, "Are you ready, motherfucker?" And they chuck it all the way out there and the guy catches it, goes whoosh, like that, and they're like, "Yeah!" Like,
That's an ultimate metal moment.
dude, I miss days like that. When they did shit like that.
When there was
That shit-
concerts?
When there was when there was concerts.
I miss concerts. I'd go to a shitty concert right
I
now.
miss them so much.
You know?
Yeah, sometimes those shitty ones are the best ones.
I know.
Yeah.
I know, they really are.
It's just but Primus was I've seen him quite a few times.
What's up with the
and they're
name change? Why did
Always
they do the
good.
name change?
What name change?
I don't know. It's Les Claypool.
That's his Flying
No,
Frog
that's
Brigade. That's
just-
a
that's
side
just a
project.
side project,
is that
man.
what it is?
The,
Yeah.
the Frog Brigade, yeah. That was
You also
I
had
was
Les
just
Claypool and the Holy Mackerels, which
Yep.
was actually kind of cool.
Holy
He had
Mackerel was
sausage.
cool. Sausage.
Yeah,
Lots
I
of
don't know anything
offshoots. So there's an album that a lot of people don't know about that he had something to do with, and it's called Merv. It's MIRV with dots in between, and he doesn't have credit on there as Les Claypool, but where it says like I think producer or something like that, it's old granddad. But you can hear him on the recording.
He's
like
on there.
there's background stuff, and on that album they do the Cantina song from Star Wars. And it's fucking badass. It's really, really cool. If you get a chance, check it out. Super cool. But he like produced it or something.
Who produced those his first records? Were they all self-produced or what?
I don't know.
Whose idea was all that stuff? That sound, that thing.
I don't know.
I would assume it's all his.
Yeah.
Because honestly, Les
It's
Claypool.
his.
I mean, I don't know.
Les
know.
Claypool, like Primus, is the band where the guitar is not the lead instrument.
Yeah, it's the bass.
The bass is
Yeah.
the lead instrument. So
But the guitar is doing crazy shit too. I
No,
mean,
the guitar-
all three of them are doing
everybody's
crazy shit.
but that
yeah.
bass is fucking just driving that whole entire band.
Yep.
And dude, and I'm sorry, dude, that guy is. You got to say that the talent in that motherfucker, like it's incredible because to play what he plays,
Mm-hmm.
like with such precision and singing at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just fucking crazy.
Not that he's the greatest vocalist because he's not.
No,
but
he's
it
not,
doesn't matter.
he's
But
not,
he's
but
I think
it's the
for what they do, it
concentration
works.
on
I
to
can
play it all.
I can tell he's better than dude from Rush.
I don't think so. The dude from Rush
They're
is
both
a
kinda
fucking
terrible, but,
god.
you know.
Geddy Lee plays keyboard,
Did you guys
plays bass, and sings at the same fucking time. It's fucking.
We're not going.
Still
We're not.
seems-
We're not going on the Rush thing. Hold on. But did you guys
No
see
more
see
cats.
the Metallica thing where Les Claypool like tried out for Metallica?
That shit was
Kind of like a joke. They're like, yeah, no, you're too good.
Yeah.
But they're all from the Bay Area. They're all
Yeah.
they're all
From the
buddies. They're all
San
from the same
Francisco,
scene.
yeah.
And
They're
if
like,
no one's ever heard Blind Illusion, you should fucking listen to it.
Yeah,
It's
Blind
it's
Illusion's pretty cool.
Really good. But the one thing about Primus though is that their newer album's not so good.
Yeah, well, I think when you have such a niche thing that is Primus, it's kind of hard to maintain it.
I think
know what
they
I mean?
kind of ended at Tales from the Punch Bowl. They blew. No, actually no. I'll retract that statement. I would say Anti-Pop.
Anti-Pop had some good songs on
And
it.
I think I showed you Anti-Pop because you didn't even know Anti-Pop
Yeah,
before
yeah,
that.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I was like, oh, you never heard this album? Sounds actually, it is some fucking slammers on that
Yeah.
fucking album.
Yep, absolutely.
Dude, that was
Slammers.
like, that album was super like I was like, I remember I didn't listen to because they released a Brown album and
I wasn't a fan of the Brown album.
I really did not like that album at all. Like they had that one song, "Shake Hands with Beef."
yeah.
It was okay.
I mean, I think they're all pretty good. I mean,
Yeah, but that album
They
was
are all
album's
pretty
like
good.
kind
They're
of
all pretty
weak,
good.
especially coming after Tales from the Punch Bowl, which was actually a very good.
the problem is,
album.
I think, like you said, I think he'll release that, like those first 3 albums, you know, that Pork Soda, there's no filler on that, you know.
No, not at
No.
all.
Pretty good.
Pork
It's
soda's
solid.
really good.
Pork
It's solid.
solid.
Sailing the cheese, Seas of Cheese
also-
was also pretty solid.
As I say, all thriller, no filler.
Yeah. And then Brown came, and Brown was like, I don't know, kind of deterred me from listening to another album. And then
But you
when
know what?
I heard when I was working at Journeys as a manager, and then they had videos that they would play, and they had the song Lacquerhead. And I was like,
Lacquerhead,
I listened to it. I was like, holy shit, is this Primus? And I listened to it, and that fucking song's fucking killer. Then I listened to the rest of the album. Dude, even fucking Tom Waits is on that fucking album,
Yeah.
which is even like
Go
fucking
there.
golden.
Falling asleep on the microphone.
No, dude, that pirate song was.
We know you and your pirate.
Oh
bullshit.
yeah.
And he did the. So like he had Primus. This is associated with Les Claypool. Sausage,
Oysterhead. I forgot about
Oysterhead,
Yeah.
Colonel Les Claypool's Fearless Flying Frog Brigade.
That's the one I was talking
Tom Waits, Duo de Twang, Colonel Claypool's Bucket of Bernie Brains. I forgot about
What
that
did he
one.
play with Tom
and
Waits?
the
Did he-
Claypool Lennon Delirium.
Did he actually play on a Tom Waits album? I don't remember that. Maybe he played on Orphans.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's
Because
pretty
Orphans,
cool.
Orphans had a lot of. That was like a double album. And we'll get into Tom Waits one time. I mean, hopefully these guys will like listen. I love Tom Waits. I used to
I
hate
listen
Tom
to Tom
Waits.
Waits. I like him.
I used to hate Tom Waits. Like,
Well, you know.
my kid, you play Tom Waits for my kid. My kid will just go, Dad, do not play that stuff. He's like, and he's like, Dad, this is terrible. And I go, it's not. It's actually
terrible.
really good.
No, it is terrible. Your kid is right. for
Oh,
once.
it's fucking awesome.
It's
He's
awful.
like, Dad, don't ever play that guy ever again.
Never again.
I played it for my girl, and I played her like the old, like the newer,
Wow.
like the newer
the
shit.
guys played,
Tom Waits played. He played on Mule Variations.
Oh, okay. Oh, big in Japan. Okay, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I can see that.
That's the Weezer song. We're big in Japan.
He did guest appearances with Tom Waits on Bone Machine. That's
Okay.
the only Tom Waits album that I
Machine?
have is
Really?
Bone Machine. Yeah,
wow,
I like that one.
dude, I love
Fire
the
Hose,
first. Well, we
Rob
have to, like I
Wasserman.
said, we have to
You
do
know
a
what
whole
I like
entire
Alex
more about
Lifeson.
Tom Waits than his music? His
Jerry
interviews.
Cantrell.
His interviews are
They're
amazing.
fucking incredible.
Do you want to hear a funny? Like I know that we're going.
Oh,
off
hey,
on
look at this. He played banjo on Tuesday's Gone on the Metallica
Oh,
Garage
sweet.
Inc.
Leonard
the Skinner
Skinner
covered.
Song. Yeah.
He
Wow.
he's the inspiration for the joke Heath Ledger's
Limp Bizkit.
Joker.
Huh?
If most people don't know that. Tom Waits was the inspiration
Yeah.
for Heath Ledger's Joker because he would watch interviews with Tom Waits and he'd be like, it's just something. And he's just like,
makes
and
sense.
It's weird.
Yeah,
And
that makes
when you
sense.
watch the interview,
And he
he's
doesn't
like,
look at the camera. He's always like
"Holy
this. Look.
fucking shit. It's,
Yeah.
Wow.
It's dead on.
It is. And he's not looking. He's always like this.
Yeah, he's like, he's always like
Avoidance.
smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
And cigarettes and whiskey, man. That'll make
Yeah.
that
Okay.
comment. I know we're going off about Tom Waits. We'll do an all Tom Waits
Yeah.
one because I love Tom Waits and I think he's kind of a musical genius.
I have a unique observation about Tom Waits that we'll save for that episode.
I would
'cause
say, yeah.
yeah, because
What are you doing? Where are you going?
I'm not going anywhere.
That's
I'm turning
that.
around. I'm stretching.
Your hemorrhoids bothering
I'm
you?
stretching because this is taking way too long.
That's all right.
I think we can wrap it up.
Primus is great.
Primus is great.
Yeah, I love Primus. I just wish their newer stuff was so much better because it's just too much.
I think Primus
It's just
is.
it's like they're just trying to. I don't think they're trying to outdo themselves. I just think they're just like trying to just
Put out another record.
just
Well,
putting out shit and
you know,
just
you
like
gotta
whatever.
remember, Dean. You know, they're getting old, and the shtick is old, and unless you reinvent yourself, you just
Yeah.
can't keep doing the shit for
Well,
25 years.
They
I
get
get
extra-
that, but they haven't released like
They
a
get-
shit ton. They've released
No.
like two or three
Yeah,
albums.
it's
in
not
the
like they're
last,
banging them out
20,
every year,
like last
yeah.
15
Yeah.
years. So
Yeah.
it's like
I'm just saying, they're
I expect
I don't
things to
know.
be a little bit better. That's
They
just-
get major bonus points from me for being the innovators that they are. Like
yes. They
I think the key to their success was timing. The timing when they released
Absolutely.
those first 3 albums was
Yeah.
just impeccable.
Yeah.
And you could not get more perfect.
it was one of those things where you're just like,
Music,
I've never heard anything like
music
this
was
before.
flourishing, all different styles. Bam, Primus.
Was it on
You
the
know?
coattails
Yeah.
of Dead Men We Ride? That's what it is. The song
What?
on Andy Pop that Tom Waits was on
Wow.
on the coattails of Dead Men We Ride. On the coattails of Dead Men We Ride.
He sounds like a basset hound.
He does. He does sound like if ever a basset
Tom
hound
Waits.
had it.
Yeah, different show.
Different
If
show.
they were ever gonna do a basset hound,
Like in a cartoon.
The cartoon, they
It
would
should
have
be
to get
Tom
Tom
Waits,
Waits. And if they were going to get a Dalmatian, it would have to be.
Then Les Claypool
I don't know.
would
He'd
be a cat.
He could be a beagle. He could be a beagle. Les Claypool's beagle. Hey, guy. How's it going there, bro? Yep.
I give Primus a fucking A.
I can't give him an A.
I give him,
I would've
well,
given
I'll
him
give him
an
an A minus because they had a turd or two.
And they got a little filler on the later stuff. But
Later stuff. But that's okay
filler.
because they're still innovative, and I'm still like, dude, those first 4 or 5 albums are fucking killer, dude.
the first 3 are unbelievable.
They have. I
Yeah.
think they have.
Suck on This
They
was
maybe
amazing.
have
Yeah.
about
Like live, like,
3
oh, shit.
albums out of like what 9 albums they have, or
More
6.
than half are good. Better.
Yeah, more than half are better.
Awesome.
Seas of
How's
Cheese is their best.
I'll give them a straight. I'm gonna give them.
I would
I'm
say.
gonna get. I go with more pork. That's kind of hard because
It's a toss-up.
It's a toss up between pork soda and
And Seas.
C's because those 2 albums. But I love Tales in the Punch Bowl. But I give them a B, just like a B.
Me too. I
Just
give 'em
a
a solid
B.
B.
Okay.
I can't give him an A. I reserve my A's.
Yeah, I wouldn't give
Not
them an
as
A
easy
because
as you
I just think that there's quite a bit of filler on some things, and Brown Album's just shitty.
Yeah.
No pun intended. But,
Maybe that's why they called it that.
maybe,
you know?
maybe.
He's a funny guy.
Yeah,
you know?
he's
He
a
probably
maybe.
knows that
You
it's
know,
shitty.
they should have had a hidden track of just the brown note. The note that makes you shit your pants.
Mhm.
That's a thing, apparently.
That's improved not to actually do that.
Well, they didn't listen to it loud enough.
Mythbusters.
Did they?
They did it.
No.
They
Nope.
did it and didn't.
And
They
nobody-
even they made him
Ah.
wear diapers and everything, and it didn't work. It didn't work. They were trying. They
Oh,
tried
that's
to do it.
great.
It didn't work though. The brown note's a myth.
All right.
B for Primus.
But my God, would I love to watch that though? I would love to watch somebody shit their pants completely hearing a note.
Yeah.
Can you
All
imagine that? It'd be amazing.
It'd be great.
I play that at every concert I go to.
I shit my pants daily.
Hundreds of people just shitting their pants.
All right, we're going to go shit our pants.
Yeah, we're gonna go listen to Brown Notes.
Take care.